And welcome to Upon Further Review. I'm Josh Aubrey. Plenty to get to this week. The Georgia Southern baseball team with 4 games. They had a 3-game series over the weekend and then a midweek game against Charleston Southern. They lost 2 of the 3 to Texas State in the Sun Belt series over the weekend, and then were able to come back. The bats wake up and the pitching holds up as they knock off Charleston Southern on Tuesday. We'll send you out for highlights of that game for all those games for you. We'll also send you out to the high school baseball diamond where the Statesboro Blue Devils wrapped up a 3-game series against Ware County with a big victory on Friday. Then early this week, the Bulloch Academy Gators pulled off a big victory over their rival from Pinewood, knocking them off 3-2. Hopefully they can get some momentum. They'll be at Pinewood coming up on Thursday. For the Blue Devils, they, in that series against Ware, sweeping Ware, assured themselves of hosting a state playoff game for the first time in 10 years since 2009. They have to wait and find out what happens between South Effingham and Wayne County. The Blue Devils will, at the very worst, be second, have a chance of being the region champions. Elsewhere, you had the GISA state playoffs, state track meet rather, starting next week. They had region meets going on this week. Georgia Southern University's track, the site for Bulloch Academy, playing the host in that one. Their boys ended up coming in first place and the girls came in second. We'll have highlights and interviews with the coaches, see how they did. And also congratulations to the Bulloch Academy golf team. They were able to fire a .340, which was good for third in their region. They were led by Emery Jackson and Case Murphy, both shot 84s, Sloan Aubrey with an 85, and Abby Newton with an 87, as they'll be moving on to the state playoffs, which begin there once again at the Brunswick Country Club where they played the region. That taking place Monday morning. All right, plenty to get to. We'll get to all the highlights coming up in just a moment. And a reminder before we go to break, hopefully you'll never be in an accident, but if so, please give our friends at the Sullivan Law Firm a call, 912-489-8888, or online at thesullivanlawfirm.com.
The Medical Center Pharmacy on Grenade Street is proud to be your Health Mart pharmacy in Statesboro. The Medical Center Pharmacy, locally owned and serving this community for 50 years, is open 364 days a year. The pharmacists at Medical Center know there's nothing more important than your family's well-being. That's why they take the time to know their customers, explain their medications, and answer any questions. The Medical Center Pharmacy, your Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, the Georgia Southern baseball team struggled a bit over the weekend, losing 2 out of 3 in the Sun Belt play to Texas State, and then they were able to come back with a big victory there on Tuesday against Charleston Southern. Let's send you out for some of the highlights. Georgia Southern hosting Texas State in the first of a 3-game series Friday evening. We picked things up early on. Nolan Tressler with the double down the line and right. Stephen Curry scores, and it's 1-0 later. Mason McWhorter, the batter, and he'll send this one up, and away to left. The opposite field 3-run shot would give the Eagles a 4-0 lead in the first inning. On the mound, Seth Schumann. He'd go 7 innings, allowing only 2 hits with 8 strikeouts. The game would end up being a 1-hour weather delay a little bit later. It wouldn't damper the Eagles as they go on to win this one 12-7. 8-0. We move ahead Saturday in Game 2. Unfortunately, this one not starting off quite as good for the Eagles. Will Hollis, the 3-run homer over the wall and right. It's 3-0 Bobcats. They'd add another on a solo shot to make it 4-0. Then Ryan Newman with the double down the line and right. 2-run score to make it 6-0 Texas State. The Eagles in a 7-0 hole in the fourth. Tyler Martin trying to light a spark. He comes through with the double in the gap and left. McWhorter then the single to center. And then Noah Searcy, the ground ball to short, which brings home Martin. The Eagles add another, but end up falling in this one 8-2. So we move to the third and final game of the series Sunday. Things start off pretty good. The triple down the line and left by Tyler Martin brings home Nolan Tressler, and it's 1-0 Eagles. Mason McWhorter next up, and he hits the double into right. Martin comes home to score, and the Eagles take a 2-0 lead. Unfortunately, it was all downhill from there as Texas State scores 12 unanswered runs. A 2-run single by John Withroth. Dalton Sheffield, then the RBI single coming up right here into left, which would make it 4-0. Felipe Rodriguez then finishing things off with the home run to left. And the Bobcats take the series, winning Game 3, 14-4. So we move on to Tuesday. The Eagles hosting Charleston Southern. Eagles grabbing an early 1-0 lead on the RBI single from Tyler Martin. But Charleston Southern responds. They're up 4-1 in the fifth when Noah Ledford unloads on this one. A 2-run shot to right to make it 4-3. The comeback would continue for the Eagles in the seventh inning with a couple on. Jason Swan with a blast into left. Up and away. The 3-run shot puts Georgia Southern on top, and that's where they would stay. The Eagles win 7-4. Stay with us. Back to the high school baseball diamond coming up next.
What does it mean to have financial freedom?
At Queensboro Wealth Management, we're helping people figure that out.
And giving them a plan to get there.
If you have a desire to take control of your finances and live with financial purpose,
we will use every bit of our knowledge to help you.
And there's no cost to get started.
Download a free kit from our website, then give any of us a call. QWM is Queensboro Wealth Management. Let's begin today.
Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, providing primary care for Statesboro area patients since 1998, providing complete physicals, complete sports physicals, Medicare wellness exams, full diabetes treatment, and education from lifestyle changes to oral medications to insulin pump therapy. In-house dermatology, in-house circulation tests and ultrasounds, in-house lab. And introducing our new nurse practitioner, Melissa Beasley, as we now accommodate same-day or next-day appointments to serve your needs. Family Internal Medicine Associates of Statesboro, where we care. Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators and Statesboro Blue Devils with big games this past week. Statesboro was able to wrap up a 3-game series victory against Ware County with a sweep. On Friday, let's send you out for those highlights, and then we'll send you over to Gator Alley, where Bulloch Academy pulled off a big 3-2 victory over Pinewood. Statesboro High wrapping up region play, looking for the sweep of Ware County. Bradley Gromfeld on the mound, and he gets some defensive help early as Will Yawn makes the sliding catch in center field. Later with the runner on second, Gromfeld, the inning-ending strikeout. The Blue Devils starting things off hot at the plate. J.D. Kaiser singles up the middle, then Michael Mascarello the double the other way. This brings home the runner Harrison Hughes for a 1-0 lead. The rally continues as Dake Williams singles into right. And then with 2 on, Jackson Proctor the fly ball deep enough to bring Mascarello home from third for a 2-0 lead. Ames Ratcliffe keeps things going with the double to the fence and left. Another run scores, and the Blue Devils open a 3-0 lead. Radcliffe later, the heads-up play at second, making the double play. In the bottom of the second with a runner on third, Gronfeld, the deep fly ball to right. Once again, Blue Devils bring home the run. Ware County would later go on to cut the lead to 4-3. But the Blue Devils come right back. Drake Horton singles into left. This sets things up for Blake Stanford, who singles to center to make it 5-3. Williams in the grounder to short. It's bobbled, allowing another run to score, making it 6-3. Radcliffe then at it again. This time, he rips the 2-run double to the fence. The Blue Devils not done yet. Drake Horton, the opposite field single, brings home Jackson Proctor for a 10-3 lead. And finally, it's Will Yawn coming through with the fly ball to center, deep enough to plate Radcliffe from third. And Statesboro wins this one by the run rule, 14-4. Bulloch Academy hoping to get on track Thursday afternoon, hosting Pinewood in a region matchup. On the mound, Will Aaron keeping the Patriots guessing here with the strikeout to end the inning. His brother helping him out. Don Aaron in the first, up, and away to right. His first home run of the season, and the Gators grab a 1-0 lead. Will Aaron continues to shut the Patriot bats down. He'd have 6 strikeouts. More offensive help coming as Brock Sapp will single to right. Aaron will move over to third. Brandon Faircloth then with the deep fly ball to right. Trouble here for the Patriots. The ball dropped. Aaron scores, and it's 2-0. Looking for more. The deep fly ball to left by Nate Rice. Don Aaron will tag up after doubling earlier, hustling into third. He'd be rewarded for that as Colin Davis singles into left. Aaron scores easily to make it 3-0. The Patriots respond in the 6th inning. The RBI single into left will cut the lead to 3-1. Ethan Duckworth up next, and he drives the fly ball to center deep enough to bring home the runner from third to make it 3-2. To the 7th we go, 2 on, no out. The bunt here will end up setting the Patriots up with the bases loaded and no out. Fingernail biting time for the Gators, but Aaron will get Jacob Todd to ground to first. Davis hesitates, but gets the force at home. So with the bases still loaded and 1 out, Ethan Duckworth grounds to Don Aaron. He fires home for the force. Nate Rice able to complete the double play to Davis for the stretch. Out number 3, and the Gators win a tight one, 3-2. All right, stay with us. We'll head to the track coming up next. Come visit us locally here in Statesboro at Piedmont Loop beside Walmart.
At Badcock, no credit refused isn't just an offer, it's a way of business and has been for over 100 years. No banks, no ridiculous credit requirements, just local Badcock store owners who treat you right and give you credit when others won't. It's never been easier to express your style and love your home.
A sports injury can stop you in your tracks. At Optum Orthopedics, our specialized physicians and staff use advanced orthopedic procedures with one specific goal in mind: to get you back to you. If you have a sports injury, request an evaluation. Experience the Optum difference.
Well, the Bulloch Academy Gators hosting the GISA track meet this past Wednesday over at Georgia Southern. Let's send you out for some of the highlights and hear from the coaches. The GISA Region 2 AAA track meet held Wednesday afternoon at Georgia Southern's track. The Gator boys and girls having a ball with plenty of standout performances. On the girls' side, Reagan Ellis would take first place in the discus, and she'd go on to take first place in the shot put as well. She'd have 20 points for the Gators. Lily Hiller ended up with 20 as well. Bella Williams had 16. Gator senior Keely Henning continues to break her own record in the pole vault. Wednesday, she cleared 9.2 for a new record. Other outstanding Gators included Liv Finley taking first in the 300 hurdles. The Gators finished second in the 4x1, and third place finishers included Lizzie Culber in the pole vault, Marley Williams in the discus, Brittany Potter in the 800, and Lizzie Culber in the 100-meter dash. The Gators ended up placing second and being region runner-ups.
I've got a young team. I rely on a lot of 8th graders and 9th graders to kind of fill in all the gaps, and some of them carry the load. But I was real proud of them this year. We were region runner-up. Last year we got beat out by 1 point, so we were not going to make sure that we filled in where we needed to fill those gaps and not let that happen again. I'm proud of Reagan Ellis, first in shot and the discus. She's headed to hopefully capture her 4th in a row state championship in the shot put. I haven't seen any distances close to her. Really super proud of Liv Finley in the 300 hurdles. It's only the second time she's run them, and she did outstanding to be the region champ. And I'm so proud for kids like her that had that attitude to step up and fill in a spot that we needed and to do so good. Lily Hiller, she's advancing in both the 100, 300, and the high jump. I'm proud of them. I think we had a lot of PRs for the season today with the girls, and just really excited. And to go in next year or next week to state at Albany, we're looking pretty good.
On the boys' side of things, the Gators were paced by a couple of distance runners as Michael Corbett won the mile and the 800, while Jackson Perry took top honors in the 3,200-meter run and finished second in the 1,600. Olin Anderson took first place in the 110 hurdles. Rodney Hill was third in the 100, third in the long jump, and anchored both the 4x1 and 4x400 meter relays. Thomas Childs was second in the 200 and tied for 8th place individually. Jake Nelson was 10th overall. Second place finishers included Ty Mingle in the 400, Tyler Willoughby in the 300 hurdles, Payson Sullivan in the high jump, and Grayson Kennedy in the 800. Overall for the Gators, they would end up as region champs once again.
From the very beginning, they have really made strides. Thought we had decent material, but they just put it all together. It ain't the coaching, it's the kids. They do a good job with it, and they bought into winning, and that's what happened.
Anybody in particular kind of stand out? Anything stand out for you today?
Well, we got a freshman, Rodney. We got a freshman in. I just can't. Our distance runner, we got a freshman in Jackson that runs a mile and 2 mile and 1. It's just little things like that. The kids are really bought into it, and when they buy into it, it makes it easy on me.
I know you had a couple. Michael won the mile and the 800. You had a couple guys win multiple events.
That's right, and we're very proud of them. They put it this way. It was a team effort, and everybody pulled for everybody. We got a good team unity, and we got good coaches.
Depth seems to be a part of your success.
Depth wins track meets. I tell them all the time. Your second and thirds, your first and your fourths, or your fifth and your sixth, they win track meets.
And before we go, a couple of signings over at Southeast Bulloch High School as Tyler Bailey signed to play football at the University of Jacksonville. while Blaze Minnick will be playing just down the road as he's signed to play baseball at the College of Central Florida.
I went on a visit with them about a month ago, and they had a game that day. They did pretty good. They told me they were ranked #1 in the nation for JUCOs, and they said I'd be a good part of their team, so sold me there.
So what's the plan for you?
I'm going to pitch there for them, hopefully go there 2 years and then transfer on to a bigger school. Going 4 hours away is going to be hard without all my friends, family, but we're going to make the best of it.
Well, I didn't choose it just for the football. I mean, that's what I'm going for, but I visited campus not too long ago. It was great. It was just, felt like I was home really still, you know. I mean, it just had that natural Georgia ability that it has, you know, and I had really good classes that I wanted to take, and that's why I chose Jacksonville, really. I know I'm going to be playing wide receiver, and that's what I always wanted to do. I mean, I know I played safety, and I was good at that, but I want to be an offensive player. I want to be a defensive player, and I heard they got a good squad, and I want to do whatever I can to help.
All right, well, that'll wrap things up for now. We thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next week.